Greetings and welcome to the energy of Taurus. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. We shall be doing a reading for the axis of the second and the eighth house. And essentially with this axis, there is a way to focus in on the relationship of the sublime, okay? On essentially things that are material and dematerialized, things that become sublimated, okay? This can speak of a relationship in which you place onto a pedestal that which you think can be attained, okay? That which you think can be attained, which is very deep and intense. The individuals that are brought about by this connection, at least from a Taurian's perspective, okay, from the viewer's perspective, is to actually see someone who is sacrificing something in order for the cause of higher truth, of pure authenticity, okay, of also the sacrifice of oneself in the name of philosophy, okay, in the name of truth. And it's a very interesting sort of thing because it's something that cannot be easily grasped in terms of what you can hold on to. I mean, truths by their very nature are subjective, and you may be dealing with obstinacy and also transformation, these elements of drive towards irrevocably becoming effaced or not known. So it's a very mysterious axis, this one. We'll be doing a reading, essentially, of karma, looking into an incident of that karma, and then we'll be going to the Great Mirror for the month of January 2023 for the energy of Taurus, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started now. Okay, so for the month of January, there's a karma here that is based on addressing a burden, okay? This burden can take the form of a new beginning and trying to choose one path or another. I think it would become very clear if you can find what you've been hiding, or if you can find what you've been sort of pushing to the side, okay? When it comes to a voice, when it comes to a thought or a perception, there is a way to bring forward clarity, and a new beginning is coming, okay? It speaks about negotiating a burden, and it seems to me that all of this can be very disempowering. It can be very difficult to bring forward the seed, to bring forward something new, when especially you haven't really shared this with others. We're going to look more into the incidental nature of this inquiry, but the karma essentially is addressing all of this without escaping from it, okay? At the same time, you just want to get the fuck away. That's what I'm seeing. Now we'll look into the incidental level of this too. Okay. Okay, this is becoming quite clear. There is a path that has been quite difficult. It could be a path you're sharing with another. There is a path of isolation, but also a path of culmination in all of this. This new beginning is quite random and unexpected. It's something that's going to be pushed upon you, and it may feel like a burden. The idea here is to find empowerment in collectives, in the idea that you are part of some form of human evolutionary standard, and that you are being aligned to these standards. Okay, what is this leading to? It's leading to stability, some form of stability. There's a lot that has to do with money and finance within this, career especially, family, as well as trying to find the path in all of that, and then it all of a sudden coming to you. The difficulty is that with Taurus being sort of colored with Uranus's energy, and it has been for quite some time, the destabilizing effect of that configuration of Uranus and Taurus has been very difficult, very burdensome, and it wouldn't surprise me that the majority of Taurians that are listening to this have been encountering very destabilizing times, okay? When destabilizing in terms of your commitments, your contracts, your finances, and it's been very challenging. But I do see here a beautiful way of coming into vast stability, and that's a very good thing for Taurus. Now, we're going to the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see karmas that are affected between Taurus and his significant other. This doesn't have to resonate for everyone. Please take only what you will. Thank you. I think you're well protected in this situation. It requires a lot of patience. There's a lot of reactive force in this, a need for temperance. But I think consciously, you may know this. There's something about this, about surrendering the sword, surrendering the mind, being almost clairvoyant when it comes to this type of situation, wherein the mind, it will discern, but at the same time, you will get rid of that discernment in order to understand a situation, especially a situation with someone who may be reanimated or reinvigorated or re-resolved in some way, shape, or form. The bridge is showing essentially a negotiation, a way of revisiting, trying to understand something. This is something that strikes me as a revisit, revision, being able to see through and make things transparent. What is coming to be essentially is an accentuation of Taurus's strength through the auspices of Venus. Venus is going to bring you clarity when it comes to this relationship. And there also is going to be a way to cut through lies and to cut through bullshit, which is a very good thing, okay? If there are any lies or bullshit involved. The thing is that there is a period in which this person is revisiting something and trying to understand the trauma of regret, to trying to understand the trauma of becoming very apparent or transparent, okay? And this is very traumatic for them. There's a lot of vision that you cast upon this person that is very much like X-ray vision or laser vision. It can be very painful for them. At the same time, it brings clarity to you. It brings a sense of clarity. We have here the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have also Temperance in reverse. It's the card of Sagittarius and Jupiter. We have Judgment in reverse. And we have the Sun in reverse. All of this reverse energy, it speaks of retrograde action or retrograde movement, a revision, looking back at something, being well protected from where you're at, not giving too much. This is also pointing to the winter solstice. Something about this time period will bring forward some sense of shadow work and trying to understand some of the more interesting dynamics of this relationship. Now, one thing that comes to mind is the ability to surrender the sword, to not think about this too much, to take things at first glance and to understand it on a different level, okay? On a level of clarity, on a level of judgment. And there's something about this in which their actions, that is the person you're dealing with, whatever they choose to do in terms of their own value system, it will be supported by something greater. With the star card coming here, there is a sense of fate, or possibly even ill fate, some sort of reversal of all of this Uranian energy with the fortune card in reverse. There's an ability to augment, to become large in some sort of way. So I think both of you come to the mirror, and there's a way to augment your own image to reflect something pure and to reflect something real. Now, however ugly or however deeply detailed that reflection will be up to you, but at the same time, it's like you're surrendering the sword. The Queen of Swords lets down the Ace of Swords and comes up with a way to essentially see things for as they are. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you're going to be totally sort of be able to think about it or to verbalize it. It's something that just comes to you, okay? And I think that's the blessing for this reading. The deeper element of this is that with La Prêtre, the Temperance card, in the reverse, there's something about this that speaks about an alchemy that needs to occur but hasn't yet. It speaks about sublimation, a mystery that becomes known but hasn't been able to be formalized in words or in the alchemy of words, okay? The healing that can come through words. So it's something that you need to vocalize eventually in the coming months. In terms of advice, if there is a feeling of sorrow, this sorrow comes from a place of possibly misguided faith, misplaced faith. You have to find a way to deal with some of the more reactive qualities of yourself in terms of how you deal with this person. There's a way to process this and to place faith on something of a mystery, on something of the mystery of human interaction, of human sort of capacity, and try to understand it and sublimate that so that there's something more holy about the way things are or have been. This person is something of a mystery to me, to be honest. But because they're coming back, it seems as if they're coming back from the past in one way, shape, or form. That's the best I can do for this reading. I do wish you well for the month of January, and I'll see you next month. Thank you, Taurus. Bye-bye.